The following is a presentation of Muddy River News.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
Hello and welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Bob Gough, filling in for Ashley Conrad. My guest today is Dr. Julia Montejo with Blessing Hospital, and it's allergy season.
Despite the rain, yes, underneath of that, before that and after that will be plenty of pollen.
I was out and about last week and was really starting to feel it. I was down in Florida visiting my folks, and that's where it first kind of hit. And then we had a couple of those nice days. And what do we need to be doing to take care to make sure we're not sneezing our head off all the time?
Well, sneezing is just one of the symptoms, of course. Most people experience itchy eyes, sneezing, runny nose, even coughing, postnasal drainage. People who have asthma may also be a trigger for them as well. So they may find themselves reaching for the rescue inhaler even more often. So things to do is, if you aren't already aware of it, which many people aren't, many people call this their spring cold or their spring flu. But for many of those folks, if they don't already know they're allergic, take a look at the pollen count. Today is not a whole lot, but pollen.com is one of the many pollen counting websites. So if you know you have pollen allergies, which for this time of the year is tree pollen, and of course we'll also get molds outdoors, spring, summer, fall. So tree pollens for spring have already been around for about a month. We've had some pretty decent counts, and they're only going to get higher. So things to do is, if you have medications, take them. And take them consistently. Yeah. And if you know you have pollen allergies, try to make your home, and especially your bedroom, what I call an allergy-free zone or a low allergen zone, like an allergy-safe zone. So to do that, you want to keep your home, all the windows closed. If you have central air conditioning, you run that. Don't put the windows open, even those nice breezy days, because that's just inviting all the pollen to come hang out in your house. And besides that, run the central air conditioning. If you come in from outdoors, take a quick shower, wash your hair, change your clothes, maybe in the laundry room versus in your bedroom. And things of that nature. Take medications consistently as directed by your doctor. There's many over-the-counter versions as well.
Also, change your air HVAC filter regularly, right?
It depends on your filter. Usually you want to change that, actually they say every 3 to 4 months. I usually also eyeball mine. It's not a bad idea at the start of the season too. Just change it out, start all fresh.
We have dogs and cats. We change ours monthly.
Yeah, depending, of course, on the breed and everything else. And you can't negate your indoor allergens as well. We talk about shutting up your house, but of course, any of the indoor allergens may be in some ways magnified. Remember, your pets that are outdoors that come in can also bring in pollen too. Mm-hmm. So you got to be aware to keep them out of the bedroom.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's almost impossible. People choose between their allergist advice and their pet. Allergist is going to lose every time.
Well, and again, that's something that I never thought we would have dogs in the bed all the time, but here we are. The cats usually aren't so bad, but along with that, though, but when you have to go out, when you got to go out and do the yard work and do all the other stuff, what are the best ways to kind of alleviate that before you go out to mow the yard or whatever? Yeah,
that's what I call pregame. So you want to pregame it, and there's postgame in it. So again, we're not going to live on those little gerbil balls we can roll around in. That's not the way it is. So my job as an allergist is to identify allergens and also give people ways to prevent their symptoms if they have them, to minimize them, and to relieve their symptoms as quickly as possible. So for those who are already known to be, for example, pollen allergic, be on a daily antihistamine, typically a long-lasting one, like a Claritin, Allegra, Zyrtec, or the generic equivalent or Zyzol. You want to do it every day, not as needed, because once you realize you're in trouble, you're already kind of behind the 8 ball. Mm-hmm. Benadryl works great, or diphenhydramine, but it only lasts 4 to 6 hours. And also can have a lot of unpleasant side effects like dry mouth and sleepiness, and that's no way. You're going to be fine, but you'll wake up 4 hours later.
Yeah.
You didn't feel bad when you were sleeping, but...
Yeah. Benadryl, great for the kids, but when you need to take it, it's like, I'm just so tired.
Even for kids who have allergies, I lean away from the Benadryl.
But it knocks them out. You get some peace and quiet.
Well, no comment.
Okay, fine.
I'm not gonna
Don't go to Bob for parenting tips. I get it.
Sedating the children for the next 18 years of their life, maybe until they're 18 like, you're done, get out of the house.
Fair enough. Hey, another thing I wanted to bring up, though, a lot of times in the spring when you're trying to save a buck or two, especially these high electric bills, a lot of times we want to like hang our wash stuff out. It's probably not good for the allergies, is it?
It's a terrible. It's very picturesque if you wanted to put that on your Instagram. Like, look at me, I'm hanging my laundry. Look at the breeze.
Save the planet.
But no, it's a horrible idea because honestly, that's your washer dryer. There, of course, maybe yes, they do take a few bucks out of your pocket, but as far as removing and preventing deposition of pollens on your clothing, yeah, you definitely want to avoid that. Line drying is great for saving money, but it's not so great if you're pollen allergic. But if you're going to go outdoors, antihistamines, nasal sprays, like a lot of nasal steroids like Flonase, Nasonex, those kind of things, most of them are over the counter. But if you're not sure, always talk to your allergist. There's a lot of symptoms that can seem a lot like allergies. When COVID came along, all my patients with allergy symptoms were, oh my gosh, I'm sneezing, but they won't let me go to work or my kid go to school because they say I might have COVID. And I'm like, you could, but you also hay fever season. So if you go outside to do your thing, let's say you're going to mow the yard, you have to go out or go to work or do your job. If you come back in and spend a high pollen day, you want to take a quick shower, like I said, wash off, your hair, do a quick shower, all your clothes in the laundry, and again, make your bedroom, a low pollen zone or a low allergen zone, whether it's a pet dander or a pollen, pollens, just kind of try to keep them out of that room as best you can. So otherwise, I have a lot of folks who say, well, I did my allergy pill, I did my nose spray, I still feel terrible. I come back in from walking the dog, and my eyes are burning and watering and itchy, what do I do? So for a lot of folks, I have them use, say, their allergy eye drop, before, 23 minutes before they go outdoors. And then when they come back in, most of the time they're going to have a fair amount of relief by doing that, by pre-gaming it. But if you come in, I forgot to do it, or it's just so bad today. Do 2 or 3 drops of like a re-wetting drop, like a saline, just a plain saline drop. Artificial tears, not a Visine type thing. To kind of shower your eyes, kind of like a little wash, like a little shower for your eyeball, just like we're going to shower our bodies. It'll kind of wash off the allergen and all those little irritants. So the surface of your eye holds 1 drop of liquid. So
that's all?
It's all. So if you do a drop of your allergy eye drop, more than that, it's going to roll off your eye, kind of wasted it. Yeah. But with the idea of using an artificial tear to kind of wash off the eye, you want to do 2 or 3 drops to kind of irrigate the eye.
Last thing, you brought up the pets one more time. What is the thing? What's the best thing to use if we've just got the pets all over and we want to wipe everything down and try to take care of that? What's the best thing to use?
A lot of people, will wash their pets, dogs or cats. Just like us, they can have sensitive skin as well. In fact, some people overwash their pets. It sounds weird for an allergist to say that, but if you use a soap or a shampoo on a pet, dog or cat, it can actually cause the skin to be, if it's the wrong kind, they can get a dermatitis, their skin can get more flaky. And it can be more irritating. Now they've got more dander coming off because the shampoo is irritating. So talk to your veterinarian for the best idea. Most of the shampoos are not like Dawn dish soap. It's like more of a cream rinse. It's not real lathery. It's more of a conditioning shampoo.
Right.
So if you're going to do that, talk to your vet first.
Right.
And just that's not a bad idea to use more of a cream rinse. There are these wipes you can use to wipe down your pet with too that are allergen wipes that if the pet licks themselves, it's not harmful. You can get those in most of the pet stores. So that's helpful too.
You on the information that Steve Feldy and the PR gang provided for us, we talked about the National Allergy Bureau. Yes. Is that a good link for us to add to this?
That's a good link. For pollen counts, they also will kind of give you some links to, I belong to 2 of the national allergy organizations, the American Academy and the American College of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology. They're 2 of the national professional allergist organizations. And either it's called the ACAI or ACAAI or AAAAI.
Yep.
So 4 A's and an I, AC. Those are basically, they have great sections just for patients.
Okay.
So always if you want to get information about allergies, please don't just say Google allergies or whatever. WebMDs. Actually, go to well-known professional sites. So the Allergy Academy and the College of Allergy, or the Allergy Academy, both of them are excellent sources of information that have been proven effective, that are reviewed by peers to be good information, not just, hey, my cousin, brothers, and neighbors said eat a teaspoon of honey. That's actually a bad idea. I know, as an old wife, so I'm going against 100 years or 1,000 years of patent medicine, but it's actually, the whole local honey.
Right.
That's actually a very bad idea. Okay. Honey's good for itself, but don't do it as a cure or treatment for allergies. I've actually had 2 patients in 20 years who've had anaphylaxis due to eating local honey, the non-purified, non-filtered honey from your neighbor's beehive, because they were highly pollen allergic. There's no pollen in the honey that they had a severe allergic reaction.
So you're saying I shouldn't put that in my Crown Royal either, is what you're saying?
I'm not going to give you any advice about that at all. But
you're not giving me kid advice. You're not giving me booze advice. Okay, you are an allergy doctor. I understand.
I'm not going to tell you to sedate your children or to drink alcohol. That's up between you, your conscience, and your doctor. So, and maybe your children.
And my wife. Yes. Okay. Fair enough.
The social mores of the nation or the community. But I think otherwise, talk to your allergist, or at least find really good source of information. The local honey thing is, everybody loves to talk about that. And there'll be 100 people who swear, by golly, that works. That's awesome for them. But don't take that in place of good medical advice.
And of course, they can always come see you too.
That's always an option. I'm always around.
That's great.
I've been in the area for a little over a year. I've been an allergist for over 20 years. So I've seen, I think, a little bit of everything. I don't raise my eyebrows too much lately. It takes a lot to make me go, ooh.
Unless somebody wants to talk about drinking to alleviate their allergies, then that's something.
That's a different look.
Dr. Montejo, you have been a joy to talk to. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, and again, we will have that link listed at the bottom of this interview. Coming up, I'll have a chat with Megan Duncan. We'll find out what's happening in Hannibal.
Quincy Warehouse Bargains is your Quincy home improvement store. It's the only store of its kind in the Quincy area. We offer flooring, mattresses, area rugs, dining sets, couches, appliances, and much more. And have more products to come so we can better serve the Quincy and tri-state community. Our staff is ready to help you find what you need to make your house a home. Quincy Warehouse Bargains, 4100 North 24th Street, Quincy.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center.
Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
I've had 2 stepdaughters go through the Quincy public school system, and it's a great system. And I love what they accomplished and what they're accomplishing now. But I have found flaws, and I believe that those could be fixed at the local level. And I don't believe that the people that are heading this state really understand what's best for our children in this city.
I believe that serving on the Quincy Public School Board is one of the most important jobs a person can have.
Over the last few years, I've seen some things that I felt like we needed some new perspectives on. I also feel like over the last few years we've had some situations with COVID, for example, where it became apparent that we really need people who are going to stand up for the Constitution and for freedom to be in positions, these locally elected positions. I'm Tori Kaufman, and I would appreciate your vote for Quincy School Board.
I'm Ashley Randolph, and I would appreciate your vote for the Quincy School Board.
I'm Jeremy Allen, and I'd appreciate your vote for Quincy School Board.
Paid for by Allen, Randolph, and Kaufman.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
There's a reason Harvey's Furniture has been around for over 75 years.
Exceptional quality furniture, affordable prices, superior customer service.
The only way to stay in business for over 75 years is to do things right. Harvey's Furniture. Our home, your home.
Welcome back. We're talking to Megan Duncan, who's our Muddy River News reporter in Hannibal. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. As we record this on Wednesday, you'll be watching this Thursday, but as we record this on Wednesday, it's Megan's anniversary. Happy birthday. How many years?
Happy anniversary. 20 years.
Wow. Oh, it's a big one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. It's been 20 years.
You can elaborate if you'd like. Good years, great years.
Great years.
There you go.
20 great years.
Okay, I'm kind of pulling that out of you here a little bit. So, but anyway, but you are working on your anniversary, so that's good. We'll talk a little bit about what you've been working on.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to talk about is that Hannibal is having Jones Poultry come in, which is going to be about 50 more jobs in the Hannibal area. So it's really exciting. It's going to be in the old Buckhorn building. Most people know where that's at, over in the industrial loop.
Just across US 61 from General Mills.
Yeah, and they've already got their sign up and everything. So they're going to be doing that. They're having a actual recruitment event on April 1st. Starts at 9 o'clock and it's going to go to noon. So they're going to actually do on-spot interviews. Talked to Stacey O'Brien from Jones Poultry, and she said that you can bring your resume, but they'll also have applications on site that they'll help you with.
Great. Well, that story we also posted on Muddy River News today, so you'll be able to read that story. Matter of fact, I'll provide a link to it. So if you're looking for a good job over in Northeast Missouri, Jones Poultry's hiring.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that for people. Also, something kind of exciting is that Hannibal is getting a drone for police work and fire work.
Okay.
So it's something that just was brought up in City Council, after City Council last night, just in a conversation. They're going to be kind of doing an event with it, I think, where they do a first flight or whatever. It's not here yet. And so we'll be covering that, of course. And they're going to use it for things like, getting into places they can't get into, parades, big events where they can police can make sure that, every nook and cranny is safe.
Sure.
So fire-wise, they're able to, really look at what's happening above a building that's on fire. Apparently it's very durable.
Must be.
It must be. And there's people getting trained, which is good, because all I've ever seen anyone do is fly them into trees. Yeah. So.
Well, we've utilized guys with drones around here several times. They are very helpful. We try to get that, we've done it. We've had Randy Phillips go over the Target store a couple of times.
Yeah, cool.
We had Robert Turek go over the paper box building. So it's good to have that perspective.
Yes.
And it's, gone are the days where we had to have our own news chopper. You can just, somebody's going to have a drone.
Right.
And that's great. And that is a good thing for the police and fire department. It can be used in many capacities, I would imagine.
Absolutely. Missing people, say someone is lost in the vicinity of a forest or something they were talking about, they can actually cover so much more space so much quickly, quickly that way. So there's a lot of uses for it. I'm sure a lot of fun uses too, fun and business. So
but again, just don't fly too close to the fire. I'm going to guess it's not completely 100% fireproof.
Right. Yes, exactly. So.
All right. And you had one other thing you wanted to discuss.
Yeah. So the other thing I just left, which will be going on through March 27th through April 27th, is a birthday blessings. Have you heard of birthday blessings before? No. Okay. So birthday blessings, right now they're going through the United Way, and they provide birthday gifts for foster families. Okay. And they go to this wonderful personal extent when they do it. So instead, which is still a great thing, but instead of just collecting gifts, they actually get wish lists for these kids from caseworkers. Okay. So what they're doing right now is they are today having an open house, which of course by the time this airs that'll be over, but I just left the open house, and what they're doing is from March 27th to April 27th, they are doing a monetary collection, which will be matched up to $10,000 by a local woman. And so if you donate right now, then your funds will be matched and it will have twice the impact. So you can donate to them on their website, which is birthday-blessings.org. I'm also doing a story on this, so it will have more information.
Okay. All right. So we'll have the story. We'll also have the story link to that one too. So it's always nice we can kind of have everything tied up there so people can actually look at it.
Yeah, and it'll give a little bit more information about the birthday blessings as well, which they do other things than just birthdays. It's a really great really great organization that works kind of around the state, actually. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about that. So
well, that sounds like some good stuff. As always, thanks for working on that for us, and thanks for making the way over here. And happy anniversary.
Well, thanks. It has been wonderful years, just so you know.
Okay, she's convinced me now.
I just had stage fright for a second.
Oh, come on.
You know, so
you've been doing this enough now. It shouldn't be an issue.
I know,
well, hey, thanks again, and have a great week.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
That's all the time we have for now. We'll see you tomorrow with some more Club Money.